Hello and welcome back to another episode here in Alma, Missouri. Currently sitting here with this New Holland tractor and plow, and we have a couple fields to do to finish out the month of August. So let's get to it. Okay, here we are. Alright, so we are working on finishing up the last row here on field 25, and then we're going to run up to field 12 and plow it. It should, keyword should, go along a lot faster. That'll probably end the month of August for us. I don't see us getting around to doing that that harvesting job. I probably should have put a farmhand on that, but you live and you learn. One thing we will do before we end the month of August is all of our farm equipment needs to be returned back to our farm and put in a shed. So we will do that, because starting next month all of the equipment will be put back after use as we move to a 28-day month. Not really sure what I'm going to have the time speed set to. I'm thinking times 3 or 5, but we'll kind of maintain the workload at somewhat a realistic pace. I think it's taken us about an hour and a half to plow this field. The field 12 being smaller, I feel like it should probably take an hour, maybe, which means we are going to have to shag over there and get started. So that's what we're going to do. All right, we are just now finishing up field 12. Looks like we're going to finish it, well, not a moment too soon. I probably should have had the farm hands doing work on that oat field, but I didn't want to harvest it with it being wet. I think it's oat. Or, yeah, I don't know. We'll look here in a little bit, but if we can't max the earnings out of the field, then it's kind of not worth it to me. So before we get paid for these two contracts, we're sitting at $58,910. I would say our goal for September would be to have 100 grand in the bank. I don't plan on buying any equipment. We'll just borrow what we have to borrow. And if we have to borrow an item or a piece of equipment for one contract and then hold on to it for a couple others, we might just do that. So, kind of a we're scratching their back, they scratch ours kind of deal. So, as soon as we get done with this field, we'll go ahead and get paid. And then we'll take some equipment back to the shop in the month of August. So if I remember right, this was the parsnip farm. I bet if I get out right here, it'll tell us. Yep, parsnips. So that's fine. I'm okay with not harvesting those again. We'll hold on to the piece of equipment in case we need it for future uses, but Alright, so we're done with this field. Go ahead and pull off of it. Cool. It's all done. Let's get paid. Alright. There's another parsnip farm, but we're not going to work on that. So we're done there. We got paid. $73,000. That'll pretty much... maybe not. I'm going to drive all these equipment back and we'll see where we're at. Alright, so we're sitting here looking at this piece of equipment. It's for parsnips. Generally, I hate farming these. And carrots. I don't plan on doing any of them. Just because I don't want to have to use this piece of equipment again. So, if we go to our vehicle overview, where can we... I wonder if we go here. There we go. Use... where is our... Oh, there we go. So if we go here... we could sell it for 60... We'll call it $65,000. We're going to go ahead and do that. I don't plan on using it again. It's not really worth my time. So it puts us up to 138 and some change. So now we'll go back to the farm and get a good night rest. So this truck is a little big. We're going to go ahead and just park it outside. Eventually we'll have a smaller truck that'll fit in there. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and shut the garage door. Come inside. Alright, we will awake at 9 a.m. because it's been a long day. Alright, it is 9:30 in the morning, or 9 o'clock in the morning. It said the field has been sold. I'm not really sure what field it's talking about. A field has been sold. Not our field. Alright, so it's 9 a.m. September 1st. First thing we're going to do is bump. We'll do 3 times for now. see how comfortable we feel with that. We're going to have 28 days, so we'll have a lot of time to mess around. And I guess I'll show you guys the barn. So we're going to have a barn here. This here is going to end up being a gravel lot. We've got that tedder over here. Our truck, which needs power washed, and our tractors. And we have our bale loader over here. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to do some things the way the game would have them done for you. Like, I'm going to put a barn in over here, kind of a smaller barn for small equipment, and grain silos over here. I like the way they're laid out here. On this piece of property, I don't see us doing any farm animals, so looks like we need to buy a mower. But that's kind of what we're going to be focusing on, is kind of building this area up once we have some money. So not a bad looking house. Alright, so let's see what we've got. Alright, so we can cultivate. We can still do parsnips. We are not doing that. So yeah, we've got 2 contracts we can work on. A 35-acre farm on field 17 and field 32. So just for reference, 17 is all the way at the top, just by field 25. I think the other one was 32, which is literally across the street from us, over yonder, beyond those trees. So, that is a pretty big cultivator and tractor, where this one is not. We could use his equipment to do both, which we'll probably do. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll accept the contract, and we'll use the borrowed equipment to do both. So we will head on into town and start grabbing some equipment. Alright, we are back into town, coming to check out the equipment that we're going to borrow. Go ahead and pull our truck right up here. Okay, so we got this cultivator and this John Deere tractor. It's a John Deere 6230R. So we'll go ahead and get this equipment over to the field. We are going to start with field 32 first, just because it is smaller and it's closer to home. Okay, so we are back at field 32, this weirdly shaped plot of land. We're going to unfold the cultivator, and we'll go ahead and lower it. But before we get started, we forgot to do something we should do at the beginning of every day. Let's see what's on sale. Alright, so we have a logging truck, a forage mixer. Looks like there's a trailer. A baler, which I'm guessing that is square bales. Then a header for a harvester. It's really nothing here. Like, I'd almost be interested in that. But we'll come check back on it if we end up needing it. Because if I look at contracts, we still don't have anything else other to do than the cultivating. So that's pretty much how this is going to look, and we'll cultivate this plot and then go over to the next one. So let's get started. Alright, time to get to work. I much rather prefer cultivating over plowing. It's much more enjoyable. Much faster as well. So I'm probably going to do a cutscene here and pick up when we get closer to finishing the field. I've been trying to kind of speed this part of the video up, but the music I use has been getting copyrighted, so I can't make shorts or anything, even though it says copyright doesn't affect. Like, I have permission to use the music, but I don't really get it, so. Lots of deer. Luckily, this field should not take too long. It's not that big of a field, so look at that. One lap done. Laps keep getting shorter, so I may not cut this one. So if you guys don't want to watch it, just fast forward about 5 minutes or so. But yeah, this one will be done in no time. We're already 10% done. Alright, we are wrapping up field 32. Really hasn't taken us that long to get this field done. Once we're done here, we will head on over to field 17 and get working on that field. And we might look at bumping our time lapse up, or our time speed. We'll probably go ahead and do the plow work for field 17 in this video, and then the next video will kick off something else. See what's available for us to do. If you've enjoyed watching the Farming Sim series so far, go ahead and throw a comment and let me know what you like, what can be improved. I am jumping back on American Truck Sim this week. So we just had our 4th of July celebrations. So I'm finishing up the farming stuff. I would like to come up with designated days of the week that I do each sim. But as some of you know, I say a lot. Anyways, as some of you know, I do iRacing Monday and Tuesdays. So Monday nights is the truck series that I compete in, and Tuesdays is the Xfinity series. I have been hesitant to record a bunch of that just because I don't feel like people would watch it, but if you would enjoy it, feel free to let me know, and I'll start recording those more often. But they are full-length races, so you're looking like an hour and a half to 2 hours for a race. Our beautiful barn. But yeah. I'm excited to jump back on American Truck Sim. There's a couple mods that have not yet been updated, but I'm tired of waiting on them. So I'm just going to get started with it, and hopefully it don't crash. It don't crash. So we've got to do something with our fields soon. I'm not really sure what field 3 is. 3 is grass. So we should be able to go ahead and mow it. Once we get to this field we're going to, we'll look and see what a mower situation is going to cost us, because we currently don't have a lot of money. I do know I'd like to buy this lot here, maybe put a house on it, earn some easy income there. And we are going to be bouncing back the Griffin, Indiana map. So I live in southern Indiana myself, and the Indiana map kind of hits home to me. I would love to see a southern Indiana map get created, but this late in Farming Sim 22, I doubt that it will, or I could even request one from somebody. But Farming Sim 25 looks intriguing. Alright, this is us right here. This field, it was a cotton field, I believe. Let's check it out. Canola. So yeah. But yeah, we will farm this field. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, alright, so if we go and look and see what's for sale, nothing really of interest. That might be of interest. And that is a square bale roller. Yeah, square baler, I believe. Kind of match tractors we have, but if we look at, let's see, where's mowers? Yep, mowers. Oof, yeah, mowers are not cheap. We have that mower. Yeah, it would take forever to do a lot with that. Let's see, I believe we can come down here and find mowers. Yep, mowers. This is probably going to be our best option for now. And honestly, this is about where I'm kind of looking. We don't need anything extravagant, but like something like that would be about perfect. That's a little too much for us. This would be kind of close. That looks like the, yeah, that'd be the front mower. So you gotta say there's $88,000. Then there is cheaper options, which is probably what we'll go with. But let's get our field done first, and we'll go from there. Now, we talk about the fields we own. So you can see on the map we own Field 3 and Field 4. They all were part of that lot purchase when we bought our farm. 3 I'm not that worried about right away, because like if we look at, we may not have any new jobs yet. No, we don't, and I'm not doing that. So actually we'll bump the time scale to ×5. I feel like that'll be okay. And by the time we get done with this, we may have some additional work. But Field 4, we're going to have to plant something there. And I don't believe currently we have enough money for a planter or seeder. So we're going to need a contract for seeding and use that equipment to seed our own land. This is a pretty big field, 35 acres, I think. get this done and we'll be able to get paid. Alright, so we finished up field 17. We're going to cut this last strip here. And then we're going to get paid. Finish just after 8 o'clock. It's kind of the max I want to work each day. Probably do 8 to 8. Somewhere around there. Kind of keep our work hours consistent because we have 28 days to mess with. There are some spots of this field that I missed. I'm not going to go back over. I don't really feel like it's that important. That'll do it for this field. So let's get paid and we'll check and see what jobs are available. Actually, how about this? So what we'll do, alright, so there's not another cultivating contract. So that's nice. So what we'll do is collect that, and then we'll go hop on our truck, go back to the house. I'm not sure why taillights on this truck don't work. Okay. I'm thinking we might actually sell this truck too. Kind of thinking I'd like to have a different truck. Get to the farm. And we need to check out field 3 because I believe it's ready to cut. And there is a contract for cutting, baling grass, so if we end up doing that, we'll use that equipment for our farm as well. Got an interesting pond over here. I think that's what that is. Not really sure. Yeah, we don't want to fall in there. I don't know what that is. If it's a pond, we'll add water. So yeah, it's grass that is growing. So not ready to cut yet. If we look, what is it? Say I thought. So, so soil types, pH, nitrogen, yield, C rate. So I think one of these. There we go. So it looks like our field there needs plowed. If we could look at growth, I don't think it really matters. Looks like we got some harvesting here and there. Field 14. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on the field. Okay, so I don't think it's ready to be harvested yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. I would say for that big field of ours, which I think is 2, 4, I would like to at least plant grass there just so we have something growing. Alright, so we're back at the homestead. We're going to look at selling that truck. You can sell it for $31,000. We're going to go ahead and do that. Miscellaneous that bed, we're going to go ahead and sell it too. If we look at stuff, you know, no used vehicles there that we want at the moment. If we look at cars, kind of feel like that F100 is something I'd like to have at the moment. See, bodywork. Could put a flat bed on it. Regular bed. I think for this, I really don't know if you put a cap on it what that actually does for you. Definitely want it full drive. Leave it open for bales. Yeah, we're just going to do the 4.5 liter V8. We do not want a lowrider. Off-road, that looks more like it. Change our wheels. These remind me of the Mickey Thompson Outlaw wheels. Kind of like those. Those don't look as bad. Do that. Lots of options here too. So like we're not doing hubcaps because those look stupid. Do black tint. We're going to do no projectors, underglow. Let's say no to underglow. Neon on engine. We're going to say no to that. Front protection. Oh, that'll work. For exhaust. Probably spending way more on this than we should, but I don't really see the exhaust on this thing, so. Oh. Yeah, we'll go with that. Toolbox, of course. Attachments. We'll do a trailer hitch. Rails on the bed. Do the rails. Ceiling lights. Cab lights. Okay. Gooseneck attachment. Yep. See, for rims, we're going to do polished. Oh, that's chrome. Yeah, that don't look bad. Color of the truck. Let's do. Yeah, metallic blue looks good. Interesting. Okay. So we'll do that. And then see, be nice if there was a backspace button. Okay, we'll go to that one. Yeah, I don't like how okay, so E will change. Yeah, so we'll just do that. We'll leave license plate alone. So that'll be our new truck. Seems like it'll be a little bit more makes a little bit more sense. And after everything, we really didn't spend a whole lot of money. So that'll be our truck. Actually, we spent like 14 grand, but that's okay. So we'll end this video by ending today. And in the next episode, we will look at the following contracts. Might just go ahead and pick our work now. Beautiful September day. Let's look at the contracts that we got available. We can do some baling. Let's see, Both those are pretty small fields. We can do some fertilizing. Probably going to use that to fertilize. Yeah, we'll probably use that tractor to fertilize, and we'll fertilize both fields with it. But we'll do the baling first. These actually pay pretty good for baling. They're about the same size lots. So field 36, they want it mowed, then dried, and then bale it. So these will be round bales. We can lease these equipment for $342, which is what we'd have to do because we don't own the equipment to do it yet. And this one, it's the same, but they want it wrapped. So, yeah, this one we're going to bale then wrap. We'll do one at a time because, yeah, we'll just do one at a time. Look at that harvesting right there. Sorghum. That would be a nice one. Yeah, so we're going to borrow the items for field 36. There's our truck. I'm a Ford guy, so I already love that. And in the next video, we will work on field 36, which is right there. Pretty quick work. And I think, so we have a square. If we go back to our farm, actually that'll work. So I believe our transporter is for square bales. No, it is for round bales. So we'll come back and pick this up and use that to transport those bales. So that is what we'll do. So the next video we'll start out with this little Mossy here and get it delivered down to field 36 and then start getting everything else moved as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.